Hello, I'm Greg Hunter. This is the weekly news wrap-up for Friday, October 26th, 2012. Well, the presidential debates are finished now, the third and final one this past week. And I gotta tell you, I think it was just about a draw. I mean, Barack Obama looked good, but so did Romney. And I think the damage was done after the first debate. Barack Obama lost a lot of momentum, and Mitt Romney gained a lot of momentum. But, here's what I find unusual. The Federal Reserve is printing $85 billion each and every month, $40 billion to buy the mistakes of bankers, mortgage-backed securities that was supposed to be AAA and ended up being toxic. Another $45 billion, added to that total, to do Operation Twist, supposedly to hold interest rates down. They're printing money for that too. $85 billion each and every month, open-ended, quantitative easing, money printing, and neither candidate was asked a single question about that. That just didn't come up. That's unbelievable. This is unprecedented in human history, and that at least deserved one question out of nearly 6 hours of debates. Next up, fix the debt. Fix the debt. That's what CEOs are getting together and saying. And one of them, Jamie Dimon, it's unbelievable, isn't it? The bankers, they got trillions of dollars in bailouts. They want to fix the debt. You didn't hear any of these CEOs coming out when the Federal Reserve, in 2009 and 10 was pumping out, $16 trillion to bail out Harley Davidson, to Toyota, foreign banks, domestic banks. You didn't hear any, we're getting too much debt. And now they want to fix the debt? Boy, that's rich, isn't it? And here's another one for you. Here's Bank of America, for example. It's a lawsuit involving Bank of America, and they're alleging fraud with their mortgages. Do you know that we gave Bank of America $200 billion through Fannie and Freddie through forgiveness and taking mistakes off their books, about $200 billion to Bank of America alone in 2011, and this lawsuit may render, $1 billion? And this is crazy. And besides that, where are the criminal charges? I mean, this is fraud. This is ratings fraud, mortgage application fraud, securities fraud, forgery, perjury. Not a single charge of any financial elite. Not a single one. After all this, and there were 1,000 bankers that went to jail. I keep saying this, in the wake of the savings and loan crisis, from the 80s and the, early 90s, and not a single financial elite has gone to jail. Just civil charges. That's it. It's unbelievable. There's also plenty of other, news in the economic front, and this is not good. I mean, the economy's not growing. John Williams is just on saying we do not have a recovery. We're not going to have a recovery. This is John Williams at shadowstats.com, and here comes out this week. Hey, take a look at what corporate America's saying. Hey, listen, their profits aren't very good, and the future doesn't look good either. And you know what that means? I predict lots of layoffs after the election, also after the first of the year. Fabian Calva, who is also on recently, he has $100 million a year business where he buys and sells, distressed debt and real estate, $100 million a year. And he says the housing market is going to take a cliff dive. You're going to see an explosion of foreclosures and defaults after the election and going forward. I just don't see how the economy is going to get better. And most people really don't realize that, and they're not really being told the truth about all this. Also, Iran made some threatening statements again. Barack Obama said, these sanctions are hurting Iran. And you know what? He is right. They are hurting Iran. And Iran's getting pretty ticked off. And he says Iran says, if they increase, they're going to stop oil production. Well, are they also going to stop, oil going through the Strait of Hormuz? Are they at least going to, say they're going to do it or try to do it? I'm telling you, if that happens, oil prices spike. They will spike. Even if they can't fully shut the Strait of Hormuz, if they just say they're going to, that's going to take off. Also, if there's war in the Middle East, forget it. I don't care who starts it. It's going to be a global catastrophe. And meanwhile, there was a Sudanese munitions factory that was bombed. Apparently, the Israelis did the bombing, and these munitions end up in the hands of Hamas and also other jihadists, enemies of Israel. And that is just another sign in the long list of signs that shows that the Middle East is not heading for peace. It looks to me to be heading for war. It will be a global catastrophe. If war in the Middle East, Iran, Israel, the violence in Syria spreads, if there's a war between Israel and Egypt, they have new government there. It's a powder keg in the Middle East. And it will be a global catastrophe when it starts. Germany, finally, the end story here. Germany wants to take a look at its gold. They are the world's second largest holder of gold, owner of gold. I don't know if they don't have all their gold in their vaults. They've been bringing, some of their gold back. The United States holds about 60% of their gold, over 2,000 tons of that 34 tons. And Germany, for the next 3 years, wants 50 tons a year sent back to the motherland so they can assay it. They can test it, make sure it's not tungsten-wrapped bars. I think Germany is a little worried about where their gold is and if they can get it back. That's what I'd be worried about. But about 60% of it, a couple thousand tons, held at the Federal Reserve Bank in New York, and Germany wants to see 50 tons a year for the next 3 years. That, to me, says people are nervous and very untrusting. That's the way I see it. I'm Greg Hunter. Thank you for supporting USAWatchdog.com.